Now, I first of all want to ask you is, what does the Conservative Party actually stand for? It's a question that many of us have been asking over recent times. It used to be led by a belief that the people are big and the state is small. Increasingly, though, it seems that the state cannot do enough. Tories have increased the tax burden to a size not seen since the king of nationalisation, socialist Clement Attlee, was in number 10. And to be fair to Rishi Sunak, there are clear consequences in starting and stopping the world's economy each time some new coronavirus variant rears its ugly head. There was a clear cost to the lockdown strategy. Not only has it hampered the life chances of the youngest in society, with Education Secretary Nadhim Zahawi admitting this morning that the closure of schools was a mistake. His words, not mine, but I couldn't agree more. It created a hell of a lot of hardship for the rest of us, of course. The borrowing for furlough, for support for this business or that business, on the COVID fraud or PPE and vaccines, none of this stuff was debt-free. Nothing in life is free or consequence-free. But we're not all in this together, right? Not if you're in Northern Ireland. To give it its full title, the Conservative and Unionist Party, the Conservative Party, has actually forgotten the importance of the Unionist part of its name. If the Tories aren't there to sort of jealously guard the act of union, then who is? But in the Chancellor's spring statement, we heard from the horse's mouth that the scrap of VAT on energy efficiency measures like solar panels, like expensive heat pumps and insulation installation for 5 years, you cannot do the same measures in Northern Ireland. You see, it's de facto inside the EU single market, thanks to the Northern Ireland Protocol, which means that they won't be able to enjoy these measures. We'll have to ask the EU very kindly, like Oliver Twist with the bowl asking for more, please, sir. We have to ask if Northern Ireland can please zero rate these solar panels. Is it any wonder that there's a bitter sense of betrayal by the Tories in Northern Ireland? And speaking of these new net zero compatible measures, the idea that it's going to help Shirley and Arthur down the road who are struggling to keep the lights on, it isn't laughable, actually. It's offensive. We need gas when all we get is hot air by this government. And make no mistake, right, the energy measures announced, they won't make a jot of difference. I really don't know, hand on heart, how families that are just about managing are going to get through the rest of this year. But hey, right, at least the government are scrapping planning rules for new windmills on your green spaces that you can see from your windows there. And folks, that's not to say that the Labour Party or the Lib Dems, if you remember them, are offering anything better at all. All they seem to have come up with is a proposed one-off windfall tax on the profits of UK oil and gas companies to help a nation struggling to pay its bills. Bills set to rise even further once the price cap is lifted in October of this year. Now, you might think that sounds fair enough, right? Why shouldn't these giants of energy industry give us some of their billions? But all you end up doing there is raising costs to consumers. You prevent any innovation within the industry itself. You prevent thousands of new jobs. And why should any new kid on the block try and challenge the big boys in the energy market if they're going to be whacked by purportedly one-off tax rises every time they make a profit? For me, we'd be chopping off our foot to solve an itch, right? When our economy needs a brand new pair of running trainers and an owner willing to give it the freedom and flexibility to scratch that itch and sprint ahead in the global economic rat race. It isn't just the Conservative Party, I dare say. I think as a nation, we've become a something-for-nothing one. We've forgotten that our ancestors put the great in Great Britain through, yes, good fortune. I think we're a lucky lot in Britain, but also hard work, talent, and actually recognising that these islands are home to great people with a proud past and real chances in the future. Let's not squander them, folks.